New signing alert. So it looks like we are completing our 6th signing of the summer in Kenedy. No, not that Kenedy, although if he did sign, that might bolster up our midfield a little bit. And again, if Kenedy does sign and he is put through the whole initiation process like that, and again, if he does have the same sort of similar entrance music, or, you know, here's our new signing and it replicates Kenedy from the WWE, that would be awesome. Anyway, getting on to the actual story now. Kenedy from Chelsea looks to be signing for Newcastle United on a season-long loan. Now, this story broke late last night, around about 11, 12 o'clock. And it just goes to show that a lot of stuff is going under the radar. Not even the journalists are picking up on this in the Northeast, or maybe not allowed to put it out there until it's actually happening. So it does look like it's actually going to happen. Now, it's broke via the Daily Mirror. Now, I know not always the most credible of sources, but again, this morning it looks like it's actually truthful. What do we know about Kenedy? He's not had the best couple of months in a Chelsea shirt or in other shirts. Last season he was sent out on loan to Watford, spent about under 6 months there, only made 1 appearance, and then was brought back to Chelsea and then made a couple more appearances. In fact, he made his first appearance under Antonio Conte against Watford. He's made 15 appearances for the Blues and scored 1 goal for them as well. So he's not really had the opportunity since his move from Fluminense 2 years ago. Signed for Chelsea for about £6.5 million. So again, he was a decent prospect from, by the looks of it, obviously outlaying that much money for a 19-year-old at the time. He's now 21 years of age. And it's just something that we've needed in terms of a left back. He can also play left midfield, which again, I'm going to get into in a minute. And something that we really need in terms of that left-hand side, because Dummett's needed a rival, a worthy rival, someone with pace as well, something that Dummett can't offer for a long time now. So here's the questions that I'm putting to you guys, and I'm sure you can let me know in the comment section below. Who plays at left back first of all? Now, again, I think Dummett's had the shirt now for, well, God knows how many years now. He's seen off the likes of Haidara, James, who else is there? Quite a few others as well. And he's needed someone else in there just to kind of offer something that he doesn't have. Now, Dummett's good defensively, but going forward, he's still lacking in that department, and that's why we need someone going forward, especially if we've got Yedlin bombing down on the right-hand side. We need someone bombing down on the left-hand side, whipping those balls in as well. Now, as I said earlier, Kenedy can play on the left of midfield as well, so he's a winger. So we've already got 4 wingers. We've signed like 2 already this season, and we've had Aaron come back. And we all know Richie's pretty much indispensable. So what does that mean for our wide players? Now, as I said, we signed Atsu this season. He already spent a loan spell last season with us. So again, I don't think he'll be dropped. Richie, as I said, is pretty much indispensable, although I wouldn't mind seeing him float in between the number 10 role and the winger role as well. So again, that might be an option. Aaron's has come back from injury and he's looking shit hot. Excuse my French, but he is. And then obviously we've got Jacob Murphy, who's just signed for his boyhood club for £10 million. So I don't think he'll be getting benched anytime soon. So who knows what might happen. It gives us another option. I'm sure that the deal was pretty much made, or, you know, finalised during Rafa's time in London. Obviously he was down in London for the Premier League meeting and obviously the Premier League launch with Sky Sports. He was obviously talking to Arsene Wenger, but obviously by the looks of it, he was speaking with Antonio Conte. Again, Kenedy's past, in the past couple of months, should I say, it's not been the greatest. You know, he's had the whole incident out in China, if you don't know. He released a couple of damaging Instagram videos offending Chinese people during Chelsea's tour of Far East Asia, pre-season tour of Far East Asia, and obviously Chelsea then came back and basically sent him home and apologised for his actions, and that again might have more of a damaging effect, especially for a club's reputation like Chelsea, who are looking to branch out and create more of a global brand, especially in that side of the world as well. So again, that's probably part of the reason why they want to get rid of Kenedy, but also I've been watching Chelsea's movements on the low, you know, in terms of their transfers. Not only the players that they've been bringing in, because obviously they've got a title challenge to maintain. But obviously the players that they're getting rid of as well, and they're getting rid of a lot of their youth players. You've got the likes of Tammy Abraham, who he's linked with. He's now at Swansea. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, he's now at Crystal Palace. Who was linked with him back in January. Nathaniel Chalobah, he's now at Watford, who signed at Watford. And now Kenedy as well. And Kenedy only signed for Chelsea, what, 2 seasons ago from Fluminense. So again, he's not been there that long. Made about 15 appearances for him, so he's not had the rub of the green just yet, even though he's still young as well. So I'm sure this deal will materialise and it might be confirmed before the Spurs game. I don't expect him to go straight into the team, but again, as I said, it's another option that we have at left back and at left midfield, because we're going to need a big squad. But again, it's making Rafa's decision to get players out the door even harder now that we're going to have someone else on the wage bill. So just to summarise it, Kenedy's going to sign on a season-long loan deal by the looks of it. Again, once more news breaks, I will let you guys know. So cheers for listening. See you guys all soon.